Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Fiorentina Career Mode. Today is episode number 60. We are going to have technically 4 games for you today, although the second game of the episode is an international game and we are only going to show you the goals from that game, so it's going to be, considerably shorter than the rest of the episode. We do start today's episode off with a game against Juventus in Serie A, and I'm not too sure when this video will be going up. I'm currently uploading episode 58 and I'm having a lot of problems with actually getting it to upload. It's stuck right now on, I think, like 90%. Yeah, it's on 89% and it's not moving, so I'm not 100% too sure when you guys will actually see this video, but hopefully it should be on Saturday evening, depending if I can get episode 58 up in time. So yeah, we do go into this game here against Juventus, hopefully looking to get a win, although it was going to be difficult. We do get a free kick with Hakan Çalhanoğlu though, and for some reason it deflects off of Alvaro Morata and ends up in the back of the net, which is quite lucky. I've never really scored too many free kicks this year where it's come off of a defender's shoulder and ended up in the back of the net, which I think is what happened there. He jumped to deflect it and deflected it into his own net, and Buffon, unfortunately for them, didn't get there in time. But a decent goal from Hakan. Not scored too many free kicks for us since coming in. Obviously he did have a 7-month injury when we signed him, or I think we played about 5 or 6 games with him and he got a 7-month injury, so we haven't really been able to utilise his free kicks too much. And half of the problem with them is they have so much curve on them, it can be difficult to score. But nevertheless, he did score a decent goal then. Juventus come through surely to make it 1-1, and somehow Alvaro Morata misses that. That's a very, very poor finish there. You would expect someone of Morata's quality to score that, and he did score a goal against us, I think, a couple of episodes back actually as it goes. But we get on the break again here with Freddie Guarin. He gets brung down and unfortunately, as you can see, is properly injured and actually has to be taken off the pitch. And that is I think it's a 3-month injury. He actually has something quite seriously wrong with him, which kind of sucks. But we do have Kondogbia and Borja Valero as backups, so it's not the end of the world that Freddie Guarin's got an injury, but it just does kind of suck that we're not going to use him for 3 months. He's been such a nice little player since coming into the team. Obviously, we were going to potentially sell Guarin, but I decided to keep him. So whether or not we will sell him now that he seems to be getting injured, I'm not too sure, because obviously this is our last season. I want to make use of all the players that we have here at Fiorentina, and that was a very good shot there again by Juventus. Unlucky not to go. And we get on the chance here with Arjen Robben. He goes inside, does the fake shot, shoots to the far post, and does manage to make it 2-0 to Fiorentina. You can see he kind of walks into Buffon there, or slides into him with his celebration. Arjen Robben doing fantastically for us recently. Really pleased with how well he's done since coming into the team. And we get another chance here with Robben, and he puts it away just as easily as he did with the first goal, and that does make it 3-0 to Fiorentina. At this point, the game was pretty much done and dusted. Really happy to get a win against Juventus. Obviously, arguably the best team in the Serie A, maybe behind us at this point. And it was the one game of the season that I was worried that we might end up losing, but thankfully we didn't lose it, and we managed to keep our cool and pick up a nice 3-0 win, which is very respectable against a team like Juve, and I was very impressed with the team's performance. We do sim the first game of the international friendlies. I was only going to play one of them, and we do sim a game against Norway? No, that wasn't Norway. I think we won like 3-0. I didn't even show you the result, which was awful. Apologies for that. You can see there, John Stone's actually going up to an 85. We were looking for, who was it? Kondogbia wanted a new contract. We decided to up his wages to 80,000 a week and on a 1-year deal. And he did eventually go and accept it, which is good. Even though this is the last season, and technically it wouldn't matter if we didn't, renew his contract, I still want to keep the players happy for the remaining kind of 6 or 7 months of my tenure here at Fiorentina. We do go into the international game here with the Netherlands. This is against Bulgaria. We are starting on pretty much our strongest lineups with the likes of Depay, Van Persie and Robben. And also, something to mention with Memphis Depay, I'm not a Manchester United fan, but he scored a double last night, and I think he got an assist as well. So well done to him. He is going to be an absolute gem in the BPL this year, I think. And definitely will probably follow in the footsteps of David Beckham and Cristiano Ronaldo with that number 7 shirt. And the only chance really we had was with Zokacic, and we brought him on for Van Persie. 2 minutes later, he runs through, and I'm not too sure how he actually managed to score that. It was a bit of an awkward shot for him, actually. He's only 78 rated, and that was how the game would end. And as you can see, there is not a lot to show you. The reason for that is because, one, it's an international friendly. I didn't want to ruin the episode. I still want to get 3 games with Fiorentina in this episode. So that is the reason why this episode is quite long. and also the reason as to why that game was literally just one highlight. But we do go into a game against Udinese here. They are now second in the table thanks to us beating Juventus. Obviously we are going to look to try and continue our great form recently in the league. I think we are still unbeaten. We've won every single game so far, which is pretty ridiculous, to be honest. You know, we almost did that in the PSG series. I think we went 6 or 7 wins on the trot and then drew a game. So we are doing quite well in both series in regards to the league, and we do, you know, the next game will be a Champions League game, which obviously is important for us because we have been doing pretty badly in the Champions League recently. So it's important for us to try and go to Zenit in the next game and actually beat them. But before any of that happens, we have another free kick here. We give it to Hakan again. Can he score a second free kick of the episode? Yes, he can. And Hakan Çalhanoğlu genuinely does have one of the best free kicks I've used this year in FIFA 15. He's got some incredible free kick stats. Not too sure if, well, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but if you go and look at his Ultimate Team card, I'm sure they're still decent. I mean, obviously for us, he is an 82, I think, and I think he starts at like a 79 maybe, so his free kick stats are going to be a lot better now. And obviously when he played for Hamburg, he did score a cracking free kick a couple of years back. They do end up scoring though, unfortunately, to make it 1-0, which kind of, you know, singled out that lovely free kick from Hakan. Robin tries a shot there and it does get deflected and goes out for a corner. Hakan whips the corner into John Stones, and unfortunately he couldn't do anything with it. And I'm really happy that John Stones has gone up to an 85 as well, by the way, and Robin comes through again here. Unlucky, puts it into the side netting rather than into the back of the net. Zardes here with some lovely step overs into the box, goes down in the box, and the referee does award a penalty, and rightly so. Iron Robin steps up and buries it cleanly to put us back in the lead at 2-1, which is fantastic. Robin just being such a good player for us recently. He honestly is ridiculous. Like, I never expected him to be this effective. Obviously we are using him as a striker rather than a right winger, so he obviously is going to get more chances to score. But what a lovely penalty there from Iron Robin, and that does make it 2-1 to Fiorentina, and hopefully we could continue in this form, because I really don't want to pick up a loss against Udinese. Obviously them being second in the table, getting a victory against them would be quite interesting as well, and it would also give us a big kind of chance at the top of the league. You know, this season we are definitely looking to win the league, and we try again getting through here with Gayassi Zardes. He runs through the defence, turns around, passes it to Robin. Robin squares it into the net, and that does make it 3-1. Iron Robin gets himself his second goal of the game. He has been in just ridiculous form in the league recently. Obviously with Loic Remy being out injured, Iron Robin's had to step up, and he's done it magnificently. And Zardes there coming close to getting a goal, and we get another chance here with Gayassi Zardes running one-on-one with the keeper. Can he finish it this time? I tried to turn and go around the keeper and failed badly, and Scuffit gets it and manages to take it out for a goal kick. And unfortunately Iron Robin gets an injury, and you can see broken ankle for 3 months, which is absolutely annoying. You know, I could not believe that. That actually, like, just sucks, because now we don't have Remy, or I don't know if Remy's back. I think Remy might be back in time, but nevertheless, getting a 3-month injury to one of our, well, our best player in the team absolutely sucks. And I did have some issues also. If you watched the vlog that I uploaded the other day on my second channel, I had some issues actually recording this game. You know, at one point I thought we couldn't even continue the series because my game kept crashing, but thankfully, obviously, as you are seeing this, that does mean that it's fixed. But yeah, Iron Robin is out for 3 months, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was 3 months with a broken ankle, which kind of sucks. You know, he'll be back around about January time, so we'll still have him for the back end of this 3rd season here. But it does just suck that he's not going to be here for something. You can see this game we actually had to start Zardes and Oxlade-Chamberlain up front. You know, Oxlade's not necessarily a striker, but Remy still had the little plaster on him. I'll probably bring him on in the second half, but I didn't want to bring him on and get him injured as well, because we don't have that many strikers to be getting them injured all the time. And obviously we do have Guarín injured as well in the first game. So far in this episode we have had 2 injuries, which kind of sucks. You know, I was hoping that of all the players, Iron Robin and Hesse wouldn't get injured, because they're kind of my 2 favourite players that we've got here. I mean, John Stones as well, to be fair, and unfortunately it was one of them, and it had to be our 91 rated striker in Iron Robin. He did actually go back up an overall as well. I'm not too sure if I mentioned it in, I think it's episode 58 or 59 that he actually went back up. He has returned to a 91 overall, which is what he was at the start of, well, the end of Season 2 when he came in, and then as soon as we got into Season 3 he went back down. But he did go back up, and he'll probably go back down again now because he's been injured. He'll be injured for so long, which kind of sucks. But this game against Zenit, wasn't too sure what to expect. Obviously Zenit at the bottom of the Champions League group right now with 0 points, but we do manage to put ourselves 1-0 up with Gayassi Zardes in the half, well, just literally on the half an hour mark actually. Gayassi Zardes is doing really well since coming into the club. He hasn't grown yet, and I know a few people have said that he does get glitched in potential and just doesn't move, but for us so far he is improving in stats in the squad report, so hopefully he will go up an overall sooner rather than later, because he is a really good backup strike. And by the way, what a strike from Hulk there to make it 1-1 to Zenit. I mean, that is just world class. Hulk is a really good player, as you guys know, and that just proves why, really. But Oxlade comes here through the kickoff glitch again. I know we've scored the kickoff glitch so many times in the last few episodes, but it is part of the game and you've got to utilise it. You know, hopefully next year stuff like that will be fixed, because it is kind of stupid. But you think how many points it's probably given us. It is, you know, critical really to use it if you can. And a decent strike there from Ox, and you know, having players like Oxlade with high pace and agility, it isn't difficult to score it. And you can see Oxlade just coming through here again off of a ball from Colosseum that runs through on goal and hits the post. I don't know how he hit the post, but he hit the post and denied himself getting a second goal and maybe a route to a hat-trick. But Kevin De Bruyne there trying to get past the defender. It falls back out to Hakan Çalhanoğlu. He plays it into Zardes, who plays it out to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain tries to go on his man, but unfortunately just didn't really have the space there to do so, and passes it. I think, no, he doesn't. He actually carries on. Oxlade doing a bit of fancy work there. Zardes goes down. No free kick is given, and Zenit get back onto it, and Hulk makes it 2-2 to Zenit with a lovely header there. Hulk maybe en route for a hat-trick. Hopefully not, because that means we'd actually end up losing the game. But through here again with Axel Witsel. He whips it across into Hulk. A lovely volley, and unfortunately Hulk does complete his hat-trick in style, and we now had a big task on our hands in the last few minutes of this game here to try and get ourselves a win. Kevin De Bruyne comes in here, tries to take the shot, gets deflected and out, and we do unfortunately lose against Zenit, which kind of sucks because now we are bottom of the table in the Champions League, and we really need to do some catch-up in the next few episodes to withstand any chance of getting through to the knockout stages, which if we don't, I do fear for our job, because it really is expected. We're obviously reigning champions of the Champions League as well, which is even worse. And you can see our record in the league though is something else: 8 wins, 0 draws and 0 losses. Long may that continue, because that is a ridiculous record. You can see Juventus, after getting that defeat to us, clearly dropped more points and ended up in 5th, so that's kind of good as well. But if you guys have enjoyed this episode, if we can smash over 7 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. Thank you for all the support recently on this series. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the channel for daily FIFA content, and I'll speak to you guys in the next episode very soon.